My name is Micheal DeBartolo. Started my first 16 years as an attorney that represented school districts. Got tired of being on the reactive side and went to be a CFO of school districts. Did that for 10 years and really had an opportunity when I met Dave Trudeau from Clear Armor to see the value of being in a profession and a world that you're actually making a difference in saving lives. As an assistant superintendent of finance in operations, you can do all you want to help kids, but in the end, if the people at the top aren't making the decisions to save lives and to help kids create the safest learning environment there is, those kids don't stand a chance at learning at the highest level. So to be here and do something with a man who invented a product that is at the top of the industry and has really done a lot to save lives and work with somebody that has the passion that he has on a daily basis, it truly is a rewarding place to be. I've been at Clear Armor a few months now, and it is a company where your opinion is valued, where you can speak your mind, and that goes anywhere from how the business is run to how the products are discussed with clients and how we go ahead and market those, because it's not about a sale, it's about safety and saving lives. And whether we're doing 15 mil because that is a good entry-level product that keeps people out and helping people make that decision without breaking their bank but providing a safe environment, or giving them the honest truth that we may not be the right product for them because they don't believe in the same value system that we do, you have every opportunity to speak your mind and give people the truth so that they can make an informed decision. And in the end, we hope everybody chooses it to save lives. So as a former client at Clear Armor as well, one of the things that introduced me to the product, we chose to do the 15 mil because we could cover more area. We could protect more people in the building, preventing intrusion or people from coming in to do harm. One of the things that we did, because you design new spaces and you don't want schools to look like prisons, you want them to be inviting spaces where kids can learn. So by being able to provide something like a 15 mil, you're able to provide that safety and security and peace of mind to the students, the staff, the parents that are there, to know that their kids are in a safe learning environment. And when you have a safe learning environment, kids excel. One of the great things about Clear Armor is that you can build on to the product. You could start with 15 mil. If you decide you need 31, you can go to 31. If you decide that your climate is such that it needs bullet resistant, you can build up to bullet resistant glass by layering on the product, whether it's the first year or 5 years later. I will be honest with you, one of the things that really made me believe in Clear Armor is that it's not about the sale. When the product was introduced to me and then Dave Trudeau came out, the discussion wasn't about buying Clear Armor or laminate. It was about school safety. It was about getting to know me. It's a relationship building process to get to know what the client wants and what they need. And then at the end of the meeting, Dave told me, if you ever want to come see a demo, if you ever want to see the product in action, come out to Grays Lake and we can do that for you. And he checked in, even while we were making the decision, not to be pushy. He never asked me once, hey, are you going to move with the product? He said, how are you doing? How's your family? What's going on in your world? One of the things I respect the most about the company, and it stems from top down, from Dave, from Alex, from Ronnie, from all the people in the front office, is it's not about the sale, it's about making you safer. And if we get to the point that the product is installed and we build and we do training, we do other things, that's all icing on the cake. But one of the things that was told to me is, even if you don't go with us, I've got plenty of solutions that can help you make this building, these students, the staff safer. And that's when you know that somebody really believes in their product, because they're not forcing a sale or pushing it. They're actually trying to build a relationship so you know they are there to help. I will tell you, as somebody who practiced law and saw the way that education was, I always thought I could get on the inside of education and do things better. And when I got in, One of my endearing qualities was always wanting to do the best for kids, but one of the things that probably made me a bit of a pain was the fact that I felt like there were certain things that were non-negotiables, and the safety of children is first and foremost. There are a lot of things that school districts buy, curriculum, different products, different things that don't help kids. They sit on a shelf, and we should be looking at safety, because again, safe environment means a better learning environment. And the line item for something like a 15 mil in a building is not nearly as cost prohibitive as people think. It's actually pretty easy to do if you look at your budget and you figure out the way and you think safety first, for the kids first, and then we can start building everything else in to provide that educational product. But if kids don't feel safe in their environment, they will not learn. Unfortunately, we live in a crazy world. We live in a world that is not getting any safer. We live in a world where people take bigger chances, for whatever the reason is, to try and harm people. And unfortunately, we live in a time most recently that we've seen multiple school shootings, the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We've seen other executives have their lives taken. And by being on this side of the coin, we can impact lives, because we don't want to capitalize on tragedy, but the tragedies have made people aware of what's necessary to protect themselves in this day and age. So the possibilities are endless as to how many people you can help, and whether it's the first school, the first church, the first police station in the area, once people see what it looks like to be safer and how they can make themselves safer, I think the possibilities are endless. One of the great things about Clear Armor is not only do they stand behind their product, but they stand behind the people once that product is purchased. We've already talked about training in different facets. In addition, if a school district has SROs, we have body armor that will protect SROs and give them the opportunity to go save lives, because they have a better protection than the weapon being used by the assailant. We have the ability through our med kits to help people save lives. We have instances where people have gone through the training, purchased a med kit. Our med kits have placards inside it, so that way you know exactly what is to be used on what part of the body. And we have a real life example of a teacher who went through training, saw an accident, a young man had his leg sheared off. She grabbed her med kit, used the marker to write what time she put the tourniquet on, applied the tourniquet. It took the police at least 10 minutes to get there, and the ambulance 15. That boy would have bled out before the first responders arrived, but she saved his life because of the ability to, one, have the training, and two, have the med kit in her car. One of the great things about partnering with Clear Armor is once you make that leap and say, you're our provider, Clear Armor partners with you on many levels. We've already talked about the lifetime warranty. In addition to that, the training that is offered by our Tier 1 former military experts is offered for free. We give the body armor to school district SROs for free, and we give the med kits for those SROs for free. So again, it isn't about selling products, it's about making places safer. So once you become our partner, you're our partner for life. So when I got to my district, we had already used a competitor product on secure vestibules. That product was barely a year old, and it was already starting to fade. It was already starting to peel away. The application process wasn't great. And we went to look at, because the director of security brought me Clear Armor, and we said, what are the other products out there? Director of security looked at a bunch of other products, did the due diligence, and said, you have to see Clear Armor. And when I saw Clear Armor, one of the things that stuck out the most is they're a sole source. We do not outsource any part of our product to a third party. We're able to go from the fact that Dave Trudeau designed it, got it patented, had that patent proven, then we manufacture, we go ahead and install, and we stand by our product. There is nobody else you're going to deal with but a Clear Clear Armor representative, and knowing that you had that protection and that the product was going to be there, and even if you left, the next person had that guarantee of future warranty. That was a really important part of the process. And once you meet the people at Clear Armor, you understand that it is about keeping people safe, whereas other people are about the sale. And I will even say, there are many cases where you get prices and somebody may be a rep for the same person as someone else, and they're not even the same price. When you work with a sole source, when you work with Clear Armor, the price that they tell you is the price you get, and it comes with all of those benefits that I talked about. Once a job is finished with Clear Armor, we don't have to go back. The reason is because we do a walkthrough at the end of a job. We make sure that the client is happy and satisfied with the product. We don't bill you until you're happy and satisfied with the product. That's why we do a walkthrough at the end and have the client sign off. If for some reason, and we have not had this happen in my time, but if for some reason there is an issue that somebody thinks needs to be reviewed, we will have a team member come back out, and if there's an issue, that's why you have a lifetime warranty. We will correct that. But we believe that you will be satisfied when we leave your job, otherwise we're not leaving it.